Hi everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. We're talking about compressing your irons. Two parts of this video, and it's all coming to you today. First part, we're going to talk about technically what wants to happen, and then with that we're going to talk through some exercises you can do either at home or if you have access to a gym to help complement exactly what we're doing here. So now I think it's important we just start off by just talking around three simple factors that are going to help golfers compress the ball better and get a real good joy of hitting those irons. There's nothing better than hitting more greens, and actually one of the biggest stats is if you hit more greens, you've got a better chance of lowering your scores.
Yeah, we all need that.
Yeah, guilty. Okay, so I wanted everybody to think about this in a simple process. So if I address the golf ball right now, straight on square to the camera with you, I want you to put your glove hand on, so your lead hand on the golf club, okay? Three factors. Number one, post into the left hand side. So you can sort of see here I've sort of not making it quite a straight line with my left side, but it's definitely a lot straighter than sort of being bent or being a little bit on the back foot. So post onto that left hand side. Second factor, feel as though we're pushing the hands ahead, okay? And the third factor, I like this to sort of feel as though it's like a momentum sort of thing where we allow the club to take its natural course. Now that last one, I feel it's a bit of a wishy-washy statement, but I think it's an important thing in the golf swing because a lot of the time we are fixated on improving fixed positions, whereas the golf swing's a bit of a flow. So we want to have a bit more of a flow to everything we're doing. So to get the most out of this drill, you're going to need to listen to the next part of this video, which is coming up shortly, about how you can do everything to help you get into that position. Because you know, Nat, I'd love to be in this position. You'd love to be in this position.
For sure.
You probably do it better than me.
Definitely not. I'm not sure about that.
We're all looking for something like this, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, a lot of us can do it like this. Start slow, hands ahead, give it some flow. But when we actually add that speed in, that's where it becomes a little bit harder. So, a simple drill I want you to do, just grab one of your wedges actually to start with. Something that's a little bit of a shorter club, easier to control. Work through this process. Hips open, post into that lead side, hands ahead, and then just give it a bit of a flow. Because this, if we put our right hand on, is exactly sort of the post impact position we're all looking for. So that's enough of the golf aspect. This is this is the most important part of this video because, like I said, we can all do this slowly, hands ahead, hips open, give it some flow, but doing it with some speed is the key thing.
So welcome to part 2 of this video. So what we're going to do now is talk through 3 drills and 3 exercises that you can do to link to the technical aspect of the golf swing. So for this we're going to need a resistance band, and one of the key things that we want to understand about these drills is to really remove the technical aspects and the technical thoughts on the golf course and start to link the two in terms of a physical perspective. So I've gone here and I've got my red resistance band, so roughly about a centimetre thick, doesn't really matter what colour, but that's the width you're looking for. And I've tied it to something above my head height, so it's got a little bit of movement in it. So this first drill, what we're going to do is we're going to try and load the downswing by using the body and removing the hands. So for all those people who are chopping a little bit over the top, maybe hitting some big blocks and big slices and a little bit too handsy, this is a really good drill to create some feeling to try and get on the opposite side of that. So with your band, you've got this above the head height. You want to come on one side of the band here and take a normal grip. So I'm just going to come slightly to my left, so there's already a little bit of tension in this. Then I can just load myself gently into what would be a little bit of a backswing position here. And I'm going to try and pull this band by using my left hip, my left glute, the left side of my rib cage here, and open my body out into what is the downswing position. So with my grip, I'm going to start to move, unwind and open myself out this way, where you can feel that I'm posting through that lead leg here, and I've created this tension now where this band is getting tighter. So the difference being that if I try and use my arms and I chop down, you'll see the difference in that the band pulls me back, but I'm also not using my legs to get into impact, which is what we're looking for in that strong impact position here. So for something like this, I would probably give it about 5 reps. You're loading into that backswing, and then just start to pull that body away and feel the tension of the band settling in nicely here. So exercise number 2, and this time we're going to create a similar motion, but this drill is designed to create a little bit of stability through the lower body and start to use the arms and shoulders a little bit more along with the chest. So again, we got our trusty band tied in exactly the same place, so you can do these two together quite nicely without having to faff around too much. So same thing, I'm on one side of the band, normal golf grip, and then this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop one knee, but I want my closest foot to the band to be up. So I'm coming down on my left knee. Me being a right-handed golfer, if you're a lefty, you can turn yourself around. And then what I'm looking for this time is I'm going to push my big toe into the ground here. So I've got this strong connection to the floor through my feet, so I don't get this rocking of the knees coming in. Because one thing that we mentioned earlier is we see a lot of people collapsing their knees through impact and it becomes really unstable. So from here again, I'm just in a little bit of a backswing position, and then I'm just going to chop down through my body and my arms like this. Again, feeling that tension and making sure that this foot is strong. So I'll wind this back up, big toes down on the floor, chopping through the arm, chest, and just holding that tension in my left pocket. Nice and smooth on the way up. And again, you can probably do about 5 reps of these. Chopping into my pocket, holding the tension without losing this position here, and then smooth on the way up again. Okay, so exercise number 3, and what you need is a tennis ball or a golf ball. And what we're going to do now with this drill is link the combination of drill 1 and 2 to exercise number 3. So a little bit of fun with this one, but if we think about what we've learned over the technical aspect and over the drills just now, is what we're going to try and do is really get into those impact positions fast and dynamic. So what we're looking to do if we throw a ball, and I said to you throw this as far as you can, you'd step, you'd open the body out and you'd release it. No one would throw a ball this way, unless you're skimming a stone maybe, and no one would definitely throw it out here or over there and expect it to go a long way. So same thing with the golf swing, is that we're looking for you to load through this left leg and come into impact strong with the shoulders open and over that left hip. So we can use a tennis ball just for a bit of fun and just to mix things up a little bit, get a throw in there and try and create some of those same positions. So I'll do my best to see how far this can go, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. Ah, it's not bad. Don't think it's going to win the javelin, but I'll take that.